let's start talking about playing some lead. So pentatonic scales are where everybody starts. Some players make a whole living just playing pentatonic scales. Now pentatonic scales, penta 5, 5-note scales. Now what they really mean is that we have our 7-note scales, which we talked about, but we removed all of our half steps. So these scales sound most like a voice would. So you can really make some really nice, clean melodies, and you don't have to worry about that dissonance that's associated with half steps. So when you make a major pentatonic scale, our intervals are going to be a root, a second, a third, a fifth, and a sixth. When we make our minor pentatonic scales, it's going to be a root, a flat 3, a 4, a 5, and a flat 7. So you're probably asking, well, how can a scale be most major and minor? You're looking at the 5 patterns, and they look pretty much the same, but you realize that the root placement is different. The emphasis on the root placement is what makes it major or minor. So, for example, if you look at C major, if you look at the first pattern, you have pattern 1, C major. Here's your octave shape, your chord, and your pattern 1 major pentatonic scale. When you do these, make sure you start and stop on your root, on your lowest root, and you alternate pick. See how I came back up to my root? Now if you notice, this is also the same shape associated with pattern 2, A minor. Here are your roots, here's your pattern 2 chord, and here's your minor pentatonic scale. And the fingering is going to be the same, we're just going to be starting and stopping on our minor roots. So the same fingering pattern is both major and minor depending on where your emphasis is. Now, a good teaching tool for this is a sequencer, so we can put it in context, because scales, without being played over chords, without context, don't mean anything. They don't say anything, because you're always saying something about the key you're in, the chords you're playing over. That's what it means to improvise. So I'm going to hit my looper here, and I'm going to first start with C major. So this C is just going to keep playing. Now listen to this pentatonic scale. See how consonant that is? Now you can take that off, and now I'm going to do A minor and play the same shape. So now the A minor is going to play. Now I'm going to play the exact same fingering, but listen to the difference in the sound, because the emphasis is on your A, your minor root. Hear the difference? It's pretty cool, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do all 5 patterns the same way we did before, in a major key and a minor key, up and down the neck. We're going to do our octave shape, our chord shape, and then our pentatonic scale. So I'm going to do it in C major and A minor for you, and I'd like to see you posting a video doing the same thing. You don't have to use the same keys, but you certainly can. So here's what it should sound like. So C major, octave shape, scale, or chord, and now pentatonic scale. Pattern 2, octave shape, chord, scale. Make sure you're alternate picking and starting and ending on your roots. Pattern 3, connect your roots, octave shape, chord shape, major pentatonic scale. Pattern 4, octave shape, chord shape, major pentatonic scale. Pattern 5, octave shape, chord shape, major pentatonic scale. And now let's do A minor. So A minor, our lowest playable shape is pattern 2, octave shape, chord shape, pentatonic scale. Pattern 3, octave shape, chord shape, minor pentatonic scale. Pattern 4, octave shape, chord, and minor pentatonic scale. Pattern 5, octave shape, chord shape, and your scale. And pattern 1, octave shape, chord shape, and minor pentatonic scale. Let's see it.